You are wasting the best years of your life and you don't even realize it. Don't think you have unlimited time to delay what truly matters. Whether you're 30, 50, or 70, we are all counting down every second of our lives. Time doesn't come back. All you have is the present moment. I've built big companies like Tesla, SpaceX, and Neuralink, but what few people talk about is that I used to think work was everything. I ignored important moments in life because I was consumed by work. When you don't have enough time for the things that truly matter, you'll realize that the success you've been chasing all your life can't make up for what you've lost. I used to live in the work grind, overlooking everything around me. I could talk about achievements, groundbreaking technologies, but no one mentions the moments I missed. There was always an important project that needed to be finished, a task that couldn't be delayed. But the truth is, it's a trap. When you keep thinking you'll do it someday, you're stealing the chance to really live. And by the time you realize it, it's too late. Are you truly living, or are you just existing in the endless cycle of work, projects, and never-ending goals? You can achieve all the success out there, but you have to ask yourself one simple question: is it worth it? I wasn't the only one who thought work should be the highest goal in life. Many others thought the same way. But when you look back, you'll realize that what you neglected throughout this process was yourself, your family, the loved ones you care about. Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, am I truly living life to the fullest? If the answer is no, then it's time to rethink. You need to change your approach to life, and one of the biggest changes is retiring early. Don't think that retirement means stopping work. Retirement means you start living a real life, a life you control, where you spend time on the important things, not on endless work. Retiring early isn't giving up, it's choosing a life with more meaning. Retiring early allows you to do what you truly want to do. It frees you from the burden of endless work, helps you regenerate, and gives you time for the important people. Time is the most valuable resource you have, and once you realize that you can buy back your time, you will understand the value of freedom. Freedom is not a luxury gift, it is a responsibility, a right you can reclaim for yourself. You can't continue to live just to work. Every day, every hour you spend working without truly living is you wasting your own life. I used to immerse myself in work, and I know the price I paid. I almost missed some memorable moments in life, and they will never come back. Think about your loved ones, the trips, the opportunities you're missing out on to dedicate yourself to work. Don't let work take over your whole life. Retiring early isn't just a way to stop working, it's an important decision for you to start living. And if you think you can't do it, I want to tell you, that's just a mistaken belief. Think about what you can achieve when you're not bound by work. You will have the chance to explore yourself, to fulfill dreams you've neglected. You can work from the heart, not because you have to earn money. When you have time for yourself and for the important people, you'll see that life is not just about work. There are other profound values. So think about early retirement not as an end, but as a new beginning, an opportunity to live a truly free and meaningful life. It's not an excuse to escape life, but a way for you to live fully. No one wants to live a life just to work. No one wants to look back and regret missing important moments. Retire early, not to stop living, but to truly live. Health is not something you can take lightly. It's not something that can be bought back once it's destroyed. Do you think you can work day and night, push all your limits, and still maintain good health? The reality is, if you don't pay attention to your health, there will come a day when you will pay a high price for it. I was once a prime example. During my time working at Tesla and SpaceX, I pushed myself to work more than 120 hours a week, sleeping on the factory floor, and barely seeing my children. You may think I was working my hardest, striving for success, but in reality, I was slowly destroying myself without even realizing it. My friends would call and ask me, "Elon, are you okay?" At that time, I still thought I was just trying harder, and that if I pushed a little more, everything would be fine. But the truth is, you can't save your body once it's been seriously harmed. No amount of money, technology, or creativity can save a body that is worn out. You may lose many things, like money, work, or opportunities, but when you lose your health, you won't have a chance to get it back. I learned this lesson the hard way. When you burn out both physically and mentally, nothing can make up for it. I can't go back in time to change what's been lost, We often forget that health is the foundation of all other successes in life. Without health, without energy, you cannot be creative, you cannot come up with new ideas, and you cannot work effectively. I've seen many people succeed in their careers, but when they lost their health, they began to lose everything else. And when you reach this point, you'll realize that work and money are just things that depend on your health. You can't make money if you no longer have the strength to work. No company, project, or goal can make up for a body that's been depleted. And you never want to reach that stage. One of the most important things you can do for yourself is to listen to your body instead of forcing it beyond its limits. If you don't take care of your health, you won't have the opportunity to enjoy the fruits of your labor. When I realized this, I decided to change my lifestyle. I couldn't continue working 16 hours a day and hope that my body would always be healthy. Resting properly, eating healthy, and exercising aren't choices, they are necessities if you want to work and live long. Health is your true asset, and you need to protect it as an essential part of life. Without health, you won't be able to achieve what you want, no matter how much money or success you have. And you know, when you take the time to care for your body and mind, you not only protect your health, but also create new opportunities. You cannot make breakthroughs in your work when you don't have enough energy to work. You cannot come up with new ideas if you are always tired, stressed, and sleep deprived. Taking care of your health isn't just to avoid illness, but to ensure you can achieve bigger, more sustainable goals in life. Your body is like a machine, and if you don't maintain it properly, it will begin to break down. The world doesn't need people who work themselves to exhaustion and have to rest every time there's a trip or an important event. The world needs people with enough health and energy to pursue their dreams without being limited by a tired body. If you work 100 hours a week without resting, you can get a lot done, but you can't maintain that throughout your life. And when you start to break down, you'll find that the work you've dedicated so much time to can no longer bring you long-term joy. Only health can help you maintain balance and continue toward the success you desire. Ultimately, health is not something you can neglect for work. Work may continue, but your body won't forever endure. If you want to live a life without regrets, you must learn to prioritize health. Don't wait until it's too late. Don't wait until you lose your health to realize its value. Start taking care of your health today, because health is the only asset you cannot buy back. Time is something you can't get back. Every second that passes is a second you can never make up for. You can earn back money, work, and fame, but you can never recover lost time. And that's something I think most people don't realize until it's too late. Every day you wake up and think, I'll do that someday. But the truth is, there is no day other than today. You can delay a project, a meeting, or a call, but time never waits for anyone. One day, you'll realize you've missed too many important moments because you let work, projects, and daily tasks consume all your time. I've worked in the challenging environment of SpaceX and Tesla, and I understand the allure of working non-stop. Work can easily become something you can't let go of, an excuse to stretch your working hours endlessly. But you need to ask yourself, if I keep going like this, what will I be sacrificing? And when you look back, you'll realize you've sacrificed important moments, real-life opportunities. I've had many days that were all about work, and I sacrificed time for things that weren't really important. Every time I look back, I clearly see that spending too much time on work caused me to lose precious moments in life. Time is the most limited resource you have. You can't earn more time. You can't stretch a day by another hour or minute. A day passes, and it never comes back. If you spend too much time on work, neglecting what truly matters, you'll realize you've wasted time on things that don't deserve it. You're sacrificing moments you'll never get back, experiences you can't buy with money. But the problem is, time passes quietly. It doesn't alert you when it's going by. A week passes, a month passes, a year passes, and if you're not careful, you'll let everything slip by without truly living. Time doesn't wait for anyone. If you don't act now, if you don't start truly living today, you'll have many more tomorrows, and in the end, you'll realize you don't have enough time to do what you want. I've learned that tomorrow is not something you can rely on. Tomorrow is just an empty promise. Today is the most important moment. If you don't do anything today, you won't do anything tomorrow. And one day, you'll look back and regret not taking action sooner. You'll realize you've lived in waiting and procrastination while great opportunities slipped away. Time is the price you can't buy back. But when you use it wisely, when you invest in the important things, family, health, travel, meaningful meetings, you'll see that these are the things that truly matter. You can't buy more time, but you can use it effectively. You can dedicate time to what matters, to your dreams and goals, rather than spending it on unnecessary things. I've learned that you must know how to master your time. You can't let time slip by without doing anything. If you don't live proactively, if you don't plan your life, you'll become a victim of the passing hours. And when you realize this, when you understand that time is your most valuable resource, you'll know how to use it wisely. You'll start living with purpose, with determination, and you won't let meaningless things take up your time. Time doesn't come back. Once it passes, you can't get it back. But if you know how to make the most of your time from now on, if you know how to live a meaningful life, you won't regret the moments that have passed. So don't wait until tomorrow to start living. Don't wait until you have enough money, enough time, enough conditions. Start today, because tomorrow will never come if you don't start today. So live for today. Make the most of the precious time you have. Time is the only resource you can't get back. So don't waste it on things that don't matter. Spend your time on what truly matters, on the things you want to do, and on the people you love. Don't wait for someday. That's the lie you tell yourself to feel more at ease, but in reality, someday never comes. You keep telling yourself, one day I'll do that, one day I'll start living the life I want, but someday is just an excuse to procrastinate. You think you'll have time at some point, but that's not true. Someday will never come. Time doesn't wait for anyone, and if you don't take action today, you'll look back and realize you've wasted your whole life on tomorrow without truly living. I used to be someone who lived in waiting. When I first started with SpaceX and Tesla, I thought I'd stop, I'd rest, I'd enjoy life at some point in the future once the work was done. But you know what? The work never ends. Every time I achieved a goal, a milestone, there was always another goal to pursue. The so-called tomorrow never arrived. If you keep waiting for everything to be perfect, for the right time, for the right conditions, you'll realize that time has passed and all you have is regret. There is no someday to start. Today is the only day you have, and if you don't act right now, you'll miss the opportunity. When I think about the opportunities I missed in the past, the ones I passed up while waiting for the perfect time, I can't help but ask myself, if I had started sooner, how much further would I be by now? If you keep waiting for the perfect conditions, you'll never get started. Perfect doesn't exist. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Start right now, because every second you waste is a second you can't get back. I know, sometimes you ask yourself, am I capable of doing this? Do I have enough resources, enough knowledge, enough time to start? But remember one thing, no one starts with everything in place. I didn't have any knowledge about space or technology when I started with SpaceX, but I started because I didn't want to let the opportunity slip by. Everything can be learned, but you have to have the courage to begin. If you keep standing on the sidelines, you'll remain an outsider, forever holding on to dreams that you never act upon. Life doesn't wait for you. If you don't act now, you'll find yourself standing outside the big opportunities you once dreamed of. And when you look back, you'll realize time passed quickly without you doing anything. Don't let yourself be the one waiting for someday to start living. Someday never comes. What matters is that you take action today, start right now, even if the conditions aren't perfect. Perfection isn't necessary to begin. Action is the key. Look at successful people, those who've done things you think are impossible. They didn't wait for someday, they started as soon as they could. That's how they made a difference. I know many people think they need to wait until everything is perfect, but the truth is, you'll never achieve perfection if you don't start. Only once you begin can you see everything change. Only then can you create things you never imagined. Don't let someday deceive you. Someday is a trap. It makes you think you have time, that you can postpone action, but the truth is, you're losing the opportunity to live the life you dream of. Don't wait anymore. Don't let time pass without acting. Start today, because today is the only chance you have. Everything you need to change your life is already inside you. You just need to decide to start. Don't wait for perfection. Don't wait for the perfect opportunity. Act now, because only action will bring you closer to the life you want. Don't wait for someday, because someday will never come. Early retirement is not giving up. It is an opportunity to reinvent yourself, to begin a new chapter in your life that you can't have if you remain stuck in the grind of work. You may think retirement means stopping, but in reality, it is the first step to take control of your life, to regenerate your health, energy, and goals. Over the years, I've always worked tirelessly, sometimes for long weeks where I couldn't even remember the last time I stopped to breathe. I spent that time building big companies, but at some point I realized that no achievement could make up for the missing precious moments in my personal and family life. Early retirement allows you to step away from what has worn you out, helping you regenerate energy to find new goals, new passions, and explore parts of yourself that you didn't know existed. Remember, early retirement doesn't mean stopping life. It's not about quitting your career, but rather living a more meaningful life. Every day you work tirelessly is a day you trade precious moments that you can never get back. I fell into that trap. By spending too much time on work, I missed important moments in my life with family, friends, and myself. And that's why I say early retirement isn't about giving up. It's about giving you the chance to regenerate your life. You'll never be able to regain the health you've lost, but you can decide to live a freer, more meaningful life where you control your time. Decide what you want to do rather than let work control you. When you retire early, you can spend time on what truly matters. You can travel, you can learn new things, you can follow dreams you once neglected due to work. No one lives forever in the work grind without ever stopping, and if you keep going, you'll never have the chance to regenerate yourself. Early retirement is an opportunity to reassess life, to start over and do things you've never dared to do when busy with work. Early retirement also doesn't mean completely abandoning work. If you're like me, passionate about building and creating, you'll always find ways to do what you love. The only difference is that with early retirement, you're no longer bound by pressure, deadlines, or endless tasks. You can work for passion, for purpose, not because it's forced. This perspective helps you maintain creativity and passion for work, but without letting work dominate your life. You don't need to sacrifice personal life and health to achieve success. Sometimes rest and self-renewal are the key factors to achieving even greater success. Reinventing yourself is not just about resting. It's an opportunity to refresh your mindset and renew your goals. When you no longer worry about work every day, you can see life from a different perspective. You'll become more aware of what you truly want to do, and you can focus on passions you've neglected. Dreams you once thought impossible are now achievable because you have the time and energy to pursue them. Think about the things you've always wanted to try but never had time for due to work. Maybe you want to learn a new language, start a small business, or simply spend more time with family. If you keep working for your entire life, you'll never have the chance to do those things. Early retirement gives you the time to do what you love without worrying about money or work. It's an opportunity to start fresh, to try new things, and build the life you truly want. Early retirement is not the end, but the beginning of a new life. It's an opportunity to find yourself again, to reassess what you've done and what you want to continue doing. It's a chance to find freedom without the worry of work pressures. And most importantly, it's a chance to live a truly fulfilled life. Retire early, not to leave work, but to regenerate yourself, to live the life you truly deserve. Helping others is not a choice, but a responsibility. When you have the time and energy, you can make a difference not only for yourself, but also for those around you. This is why early retirement is important, because when you're no longer caught up in the work grind, you'll have the opportunity to spend time helping others, sharing knowledge, passing on experience, and creating a positive impact on the community. Over the years, I realized that success doesn't only come from what you build for yourself, but also from what you can contribute to the world around you. When I started with SpaceX, the goal wasn't just to make space travel possible for humans. I wanted to open a new door for humanity, to help them break free from the limits of Earth and to live on other planets. It wasn't just a personal dream, but a greater mission. Along with Tesla, my goal wasn't only to change the automotive industry, but to impact the energy sector, reduce dependence on fossil fuels, and create a more sustainable future for the world. This is how I think about helping others, not just through small actions, but through big decisions, decisions that can create change for the whole world. And when you retire early, you'll be able to contribute more. You won't be caught up in daily tasks, and you can spend time sharing your wisdom, experience, and talent with the next generation. You can be a mentor, an inspiration, or simply someone helping those in need of your support. Helping others is not a luxury, it's a privilege that you can use to create change. When you're no longer bound by work responsibilities, you'll realize you can focus on what really matters. Instead of spending time on projects that don't bring lasting value, you can use your time to help those who are struggling, those who need your guidance and support, those who can learn from your experience and continue what you've started. I've always believed that helping is not just a charitable act, but a way to build a stronger community. When you help others, you not only change their lives, but also create a ripple effect. This change can make them help others, and this ripple effect can transform an entire community. If you don't have the time or energy to share and help, you'll never know the wonderful things you can bring to the world. Early retirement isn't about stepping away from work, but about contributing to a better world, helping more people. This is why I believe that an important part of success is helping others more. You can contribute not only to the company or business you've built, but also to the community, to social projects. You can help those who haven't had the opportunities you've had, those who can change the world in their own way if they have the support and guidance. When you have the time and energy to help them, you not only change one person's life, but also change the future. Helping others also helps you grow. You'll see yourself becoming more mature, understanding more about yourself, and recognizing the value of what you've built. You'll realize that helping isn't something you have to do, but a wonderful opportunity to continue contributing to the world. You don't need to do something big to make a difference. Sometimes a word of encouragement, a small action can have a huge impact on someone's life. So don't think that early retirement is just for resting. See it as an opportunity to focus on bigger things, to help more people, and to create a better world. When you have the time and ability to do these things, you'll realize that life is not just about personal success, but also about making a significant contribution to the community. And when you look back, you'll feel proud, not of what you've achieved for yourself, but of what you've done for others. Work will never love you back. It may make you feel useful, may bring you success and money, but in the end, when you need it the most, work won't be there by your side. None of us can live forever with work. We can dedicate time to it, commit ourselves fully, but when you look back, work will not be there when you need comfort, support, or even just a moment of peace. The major milestones in life, family moments, friends, love, and personal growth, are not brought to you by work. Work is a tool to achieve goals, but it is not the ultimate purpose. I've experienced this throughout my career. I built Tesla, SpaceX, and all the other companies, and I understand the feeling when work takes over everything. Long working hours, endless meetings, big decisions every day, all part of the process of growing a company. But there's one thing I've learned on this journey. Work will never love you back. It doesn't return the moments you've missed. It doesn't heal your mental wounds, and it can't make you feel complete after a long, stressful day. One of the things I realized after years of hard work is that work won't be there forever. Even when you give your all, even when you devote all your energy and time to it, work will never love you back. You may achieve all the accomplishments others dream of, but when you need comfort, rest, or even just a peaceful moment, work won't be there for you. The precious moments you've missed in life can't be bought back with money or success. That's why I always emphasize the importance of finding a balance in life. If you focus only on work and neglect your loved ones, the small but incredibly important moments, you will never truly experience the fullness of life. Work may bring you success, but it can't bring you true happiness. It can't replace family, friends, and real relationships. When you look back on your life, you won't remember the reports, the meetings, or the business decisions. You'll remember the moments shared with family, the laughter with friends, the journeys you've taken. And work can't replace those things. Success in work is great, but don't let it be the only reason for your existence. If you spend too much time on work, neglecting important moments in life, you'll have nothing but regret. Every time work makes you forget the importance of family, the value of friendship, or the worth of a day of rest, You're trading things that can never be bought back. I know there will be times when you have to sacrifice for work, but you also need to know when to stop, when to step outside and find what truly matters. None of us can work for life without rest. Your body and mind have limits. We all have a time to work, to contribute. But if you don't know when to stop, you won't be able to continue for the long term. Work can't love you like you love it. When you burn out, when you neglect what's important, work won't repay you. It won't thank you for working tirelessly. It can't make up for the moments you've lost, the memories you've overlooked, or the people you've left behind. So don't let work consume your life. Know when to stop, when to dedicate time to other things. When you rest, when you regenerate yourself, you not only become stronger at work, but also create lasting, important moments in life. You can't work forever, but you can live fully, and that's what you should pursue. Work will never love you back. Make your life worthwhile. Don't just live for work. You deserve to enjoy what you've built. Too many people spend their whole lives working, chasing big goals, achieving success that they believe will bring them happiness. But they don't stop to enjoy what they've done. They keep diving into work, into the never-ending race, forgetting that the achievements they've earned are exactly what they deserve. If you've given your all, if you've built something valuable, you have the right to enjoy what you've achieved. Not because you have money or power, but because you've worked, sacrificed, and spent time creating something meaningful. I learned this after many years of working, building Tesla, SpaceX, and other projects. You can't just live for work, chasing goals, while overlooking precious moments in life. Success can be a powerful motivator, but you need to remember that success is not everything. Work can't give you everything you truly need: family, friends, health, and time. You can't live forever in the work grind without stopping to experience life. After achieving great accomplishments, I realized that if you don't know how to stop and enjoy, you will never truly feel the value of what you've built. I always believed that success is a journey, not a destination. But even when you're on that journey, you have to stop to look back at what you've done, to feel satisfied, to enjoy the results of tireless efforts. You deserve to live fully, not just for work, but for the moments you missed while chasing goals. You've spent thousands of hours, even years, building what you have, and when you achieve it, don't miss the chance to live in those results. Look back at what you've done, the companies you've built, the products you've created, the changes you've brought to the world. All of those are part of your journey, but don't let them take over your life. You deserve to enjoy those achievements, not because you want to show off, but because you've worked so hard to earn them. Success is the result of relentless effort, and enjoying that outcome is a right you deserve to have. One reason I've always pushed myself to work is because I wanted to create something meaningful, not just for myself, but for the world. But even when you reach big goals, you have to know how to stop and enjoy life. You've created value not just for yourself, but for the community, and that's something you deserve to enjoy. If you don't know how to enjoy what you've done, you'll miss the biggest opportunity in life, the opportunity to look back at what you've achieved and feel satisfaction from it. Life isn't just about work, it's about family, friends, relationships, and time for yourself. If you don't stop and enjoy what you've built, you'll never understand the true value of those things. Don't live just for work, for goals beyond your reach. Live for what you have, for what you've achieved. You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Success is not something you can keep building forever. You can't just work and chase goals without looking back at what you've achieved. Sometimes, the most important thing is to stop and look at what you've done, to enjoy those moments and understand that you've accomplished something not everyone can. You've built something valuable, and you deserve to enjoy that achievement. Don't let work take over your life. Spend time on the important things and live fully with what you've achieved. You've come a long way. You've given, sacrificed, and worked tirelessly. You deserve to live the life you've built. Don't let work take it all. Enjoy what you've achieved. You deserve that. Don't let the price you pay be too late. Life has no rewind button, no second chance to fix past mistakes. You think you have enough time to do everything, that tomorrow will be better, but the reality is you can never predict what will happen. If you continue to postpone what's important, you'll lose opportunities that can never be reclaimed. I once thought the same. When I started with SpaceX and Tesla, I poured all my time and energy into work, forgetting that life had more important things. I sacrificed precious moments, family gatherings, trips, things that can't be measured by money, and I realized that once you miss them, they never come back. Time is the one thing you can't buy. You can earn money again, you can rebuild a career, but you can't get back a day that's gone, a moment you've missed. You can't wait for perfection to act, because by then you may not have enough time to fulfill your dreams. Don't let the price you pay be too late. Don't wait until you look back with regret for not acting sooner. Don't let life pass by and realize you've wasted too much time on things that don't matter. Learning life pass by is possible, and if the two of you want to do something amazing, listen to that voice with both ears. Let it pass to the day it passes. I learned this lesson over years of relentless work. There were times I thought I could keep working, keep giving to the company without resting, but the truth is, you can't keep going without paying the price. A tired body, a stressed mind, a life without balance will prevent you from maintaining creativity, productivity, and fighting spirit. When you neglect health, when you neglect family, when you neglect the important things in life, the price will be steep. You can't predict where life will take you, but you can control what you do right now. You can start acting today to change direction. Don't let the price you pay be too late. Don't let opportunities slip by without taking action. If you wait for perfect conditions, you'll never have enough time to do everything. Act now, in these moments, because every second you waste is one you can't get back. The price you pay isn't just about money or success. It's also the moments you can't relive, the memories you'll never have again. You can't go back in time to join a family dinner, watch your kids grow up, or experience trips you skipped because of work. Those are the things you truly need in life. Success is just part of the story. And if you only live for success while neglecting what really matters, you'll never feel the fullness of life. Think about that. Think about the things you've missed, the opportunities you didn't take. Life is not just about work. Life is about the small but important moments, about the people you love, the experiences you'll cherish forever. Don't wait until it's too late to realize you've missed all those things. If you keep living in procrastination, waiting for tomorrow to do something, you'll never have the chance to truly live. Life is not a race where you just keep running without looking back. It's a journey where you need to stop and feel every moment to realize the value of what you have. Act today. Don't let the price you pay be too late. That price is not just time, but your life. The opportunities that pass by that you can never get back. You deserve to live a full and complete life, not just because of success, but because of the precious moments you can enjoy with the important people in your life. Don't let it be too late. Don't let it be when you look back, all you have is regret for the things you didn't do, the moments you missed. Start now. Acting today will prevent you from paying the price tomorrow. Live fully, live with purpose, and don't let the price you pay be too late. You can decide your own life. This is the truth that many people don't realize until it's too late. Life is not a series of events happening outside your control. It's not something you just sit and wait for, hoping it will get better. You hold the key. You are the one steering your own ship. And if you don't act now, if you don't proactively create the future you want, you will forever be an outsider in your own life. When I started with SpaceX and Tesla, I had nothing but a dream and a strong commitment. I didn't have great resources, didn't have a strong team like big companies, but I had something many people don't have. I had the ability to decide which path I would take. I had the right to choose and pursue what I believed could change the world. And you can do the same. You can create your own path, one that isn't limited by your surroundings, one that isn't held back by others' doubt. Life is not something you have to accept as it is. You can change it. You can start with what you have and build the future you desire. What's important is that you trust in your abilities. You can do what you think is impossible. As long as you decide not to give up, not to wait for anyone's permission, and take action. When you realize that you can decide your own life, you won't be limited by external factors. You don't have to wait until everything is perfect to start. You don't have to wait for someone to tell you that it's time to follow your dreams. You can do that now. And that's why I always push myself relentlessly. Not because I want to prove something, but because I understand I can create a different world, one that I want to live in. And I can do that if I take initiative. If you take initiative, all you need is determination and the courage to act. Don't let anyone or anything stop you. They may tell you it's a crazy idea, that you're not talented enough, smart enough, or that you're not qualified. But remember, I heard similar things when I started with SpaceX. They said I was crazy for wanting to build a space company. They said I had no chance when I started Tesla. But I decided I didn't need to wait until everything was perfect. I acted and I created things that could change the world. You can do that too. You can start, even if everything around you seems unfavorable. The difference between successful people and those who aren't isn't resources or luck. The difference lies in decisions. The decision to start, the decision to keep going when things get tough, and the decision not to quit when facing failure. You can choose to create change. You can decide not to be limited by current conditions. The most important thing is understanding that your life belongs to you, not anyone else. You have the right to decide what you'll do, what you'll achieve. No one else can make those decisions for you. Don't let anyone tell you what your limits are. Don't let anyone decide what you can and can't do. You can surpass any limits you set for yourself. That's your privilege and your power. So, what can you decide? You can decide to stop or keep going. You can decide to live like others or live on your own terms. You can choose to live in fear or choose to live in courage. You can do things you never thought possible. The key to unlocking all doors is in your hands. And when you realize you can decide your life, you won't be bound by anything. You will live the way you want, according to what you believe is right. Start now. Decide to act and start creating the life you've always dreamed of. Remember, you are the only one who can decide your future. No one else can do it for you. You can change everything, and that's the incredible freedom you deserve.